desktop and mobile phone with iHeartRadio. With attorney Bob Widener of the Widener Family Law Group and his co-host, actor, singer, producer Deanne Moore. Where prayer and advice are our weapons of choice in the battle to save parents and their children. Call toll-free 888-787-KLIF. We bring light to the darkness and let you know you are not alone. There is hope. And now, here are Bob and Deanne.
Wow, coming in off that introduction, feel a little... Hi, Bob.
Hi, Deanne. How you doing?
I'm doing good. We made it to week 2.
I can't believe it.
And we actually have people listening. That is what is so fun.
We had people calling in right and left last week. That was the surprise.
Okay, let me tell you what's funny. Every time, well, hello everybody. Welcome to Divorce Rescue. We're so glad you're joining us today. I'm Deanne Moore, here with...
I'm Bob Widener.
And we are so excited to be bringing this show, Divorce Rescue, to all of you. And hopefully you'll join us and join the show and join the fun. But I have to say what's funny. The biggest reaction I got last week from friends, do you know what it was?
What?
Wow, that was actually good. And what was so funny was I knew what they were saying was, we thought it was going to suck, but wow, you were good.
So well, that's reassuring, isn't it?
Does that make that a compliment?
Yes, I think that it didn't suck. Yes, that it was good.
Thank you. You didn't suck. I might listen again. I had so many people say they were listening, and I thought, why didn't you call into the show?
Well, one of my hardest judges is my daughter, and of course I was getting texts during the show. You're laughing too much, Daddy. You're laughing. So I'm going to cut down on the laughing per my producer, the 14-year-old producer that I have.
Yeah, we will let, if that's her instruction, we'll try it this week.
Yeah, I'll try not to laugh, but it's hard not to laugh on this show.
It is, well, we do deal with such deep, hard issues that it makes it, sometimes you do have to laugh through the pain.
I know it's tough out there.
And with you as when you had, you know, as everybody listening knows, you're a lawyer. You are a family lawyer. Family? How many syllables are in family? He is a family lawyer and deals with this all day long. Bob, a typical day for you?
A lot of phone calls. A lot of phone calls. People hurting. They're in pain. They have anger, unresolved issues.
Wait, we weren't talking about me. I asked you about your typical day. Come on.
Multiplied times, 20, basically.
What I don't like is he has like 3 of his attorneys here, and they're all in there laughing, nodding. Yeah, she has issues. Thanks, Courtney, our call producer, Courtney Coffin in there. So she's waiting to take your calls and talk to you. Great attorney over at your law firm. So typical day for you. You're taking calls. You're talking to these people, going through divorce, about to, considering, or all of the above.
Well, they're beyond the process of thinking about it. Usually they're at the point of wanting to file something. And this is why we're trying to do the radio show. We're trying to be a little bit proactive here. We're trying to catch cases before they get to the divorce attorney's office. As an illustration, if you can see how marriages go bad, it provides some guidance, some danger signals, what you're going through, and hopefully we prevent the process where you never have to come to my office.
One of my favorite things that you guys do at your law firm, it's your goal to make people not hate each other after divorce that have children.
That's exactly right. It's called co-parenting.
Well, what a novel concept, because truthfully, you already are probably at a certain degree of anger and pain when you choose to file for divorce. But then by the time you go through a divorce, holy moly, well, it's like you can't stand each other.
One of the best experts at co-parenting is Dr. Coakley here in Dallas, and he has a saying. He talks about the process, and he says that the terms custody and visitation are more appropriate for the criminal process, not a family law process. There's no such thing as an ex-parent. You're a parent. You're more a parent once you're divorced than before. And most people don't realize that you've got to work together.
What do you mean you're more a parent when you're divorced?
Well, you have more responsibility. It's harder to communicate. You're not in the same house, and it's harder to make things work. But that's your objective, because in most of these cases with these divorces, the major asset is not a house. It is not a car. It is the children. That's the asset that you want to protect. And when the child is born, it's got a godlike heart. You want to protect that godlike heart. And so many times in the process, in the divorce process, the child's hearts can get harmed. And that's irreversible. The effects are going to last for the next 20, 30 years, and you're going to pay the cost. And what most people don't realize, if they're going to get angry and they're going to get tough in the divorce, is that that child on down the line, if they're going to get real tough, is going to have a heroin problem or something else that they have to deal with, the drug problem. And so
Wait,
there's
wait,
always a
just
cost.
because they go through a bad divorce doesn't mean they're gonna have a heroin problem.
Well, but the child, basically, there's a cost, and it's not just the cost of the attorneys at doing battle. There's a lifetime cost that you encounter 15, 20 years down the line. You're gonna see the results in your children. They're not gonna be well adjusted, they're gonna have a hard time getting a job, they may have a drug problem, they may have an alcohol problem.
Well, it'll certainly manifest in some way.
Yeah, and conflict is bad. It does not help your children. Children are not born ready to take adult issues, and most people that are in a divorce, it's sad, but they kind of treat their children like they're adults.
Well, wouldn't you think it's fair to say they're acting on emotions because there's so much emotion instead of acting with your head? I think anyone would agree that the children suffer and everyone will agree they shouldn't, but in the moment and in the divorce, everybody works, it seems, people work off emotions, therefore that's why they're making those bad choices.
Yeah, and the thing that we hate to hear in the office, the first thing we hear is when a parent tells their child, you won't believe what your father did, or you won't believe what your mother did. And if it starts out that way, just don't do it, because you're harming your child.
So what happens if you do that, even though you know you're not supposed to? How do you make up for that?
That's one of the reasons why we're doing this, basically, because the system isn't perfected to the point where, the counselors come in immediately and stop that. But, we want the system to be better. We want the co-parenting experts and the counselors to come in quicker in the divorce process. The minute that rears its ugly head, that the children are getting pulled into the conflict, and have a way where just the children are taken out of the conflict.
Boy, I want to do that so bad, because you just need a place to go. And you know what, you can contact us many ways. I know some people don't feel comfortable calling in, but if you'd like to call, we would love to talk to you. We'd love to hear your story, or if you have anything you want to say or you need advice. We may not know all of the answers, but we certainly are here to help. Call us at 888-787-KLIF, 888-787-5543. You can also Twitter at Bob Widener. And you can send your questions to that at Bob Widener if you would like. And the WidenerFamilyLaw.com is the website. So we would love to hear from all of those of you out there. But now we kind of got on a mellow note, but that, I guess, man, this is such a tough subject that we're going to be dealing with. That's why we like to laugh as much as we can.
That's exactly right.
We had a caller last week that was leaving a funeral.
I remember that.
And was calling in and was so excited to hear the show for the first time. And I thought, wow, you're already dealing with a divorce and then a funeral. The emotions were high.
Oh my gosh. And again, I can't restate it enough. We're doing this radio show to pull important assets together. Former judges, counselors, and you. If you're going through a divorce, a tough emotional issue, a tough spiritual battle right now, give us a call. If your brother, your sister, your friend down the street is going through that tough battle, call us, because we're here to help you. We want to catch you before you get to the courthouse, or we want to help you with the process. And most of the stuff, 80% of it is emotional and spiritual issues. It's a battle out there, and we're trying to reduce the battle part out of it.
Well, yeah. And I know everybody out there has either been through it or knows somebody going through it. And so, you know what? So just call us. We just want to talk. We want to talk to you. 888-787-5543. But now in our next segment, we have something exciting for you. With Veterans Day coming up, and the military is so special to all of us out there. We have some special guests today. I'm so excited, Bob.
I'm pumped. It's going to be great.
We are going to have a surprise guest in the house. We're going to be talking about all kinds of fun stuff. We have a big, exciting street painting coming up next Sunday on Veterans Day. We have Major Andrew White in the house. He's brought some guests with him, so we're going to be talking about that in just a few minutes. So you're not going to want to go away, Bob. It's going to be fun.
It's good, and nothing better in this world than what our veterans do for us. And if you're out there listening and you're a veteran, thank you for your service. Thank you very much for what you do for us.
Thank you. What? Thank you's not even enough. You lose your family. You leave your family and all that. Stay with us. We're going to be talking with Major Andrew White from the U.S. Army when we return. You're listening to Divorce Rescue.
If your family is experiencing troubles and you don't